In a quiet suburban neighborhood filled with barbecues, bike rides, and backyard games, the Jansen family had just welcomed not one, but two new members to their home. Ethan, their wide-eyed baby boy who had just turned 1, and Manny, a tiny Yorkshire Terrier puppy bursting with energy and mischief. It was a house full of giggles, barks, squeals, and the kind of lovable chaos that comes when you're raising a baby and a puppy at the same time. Both were still figuring out the world, stumbling through their early years with wide-eyed wonder. One sunny afternoon, as golden light streamed through the living room windows, Ethan was sitting on the floor surrounded by toys, blocks, rattles, stuffed animals, all arranged in the toddler-style disorder. Manny, curious as ever and driven by puppy excitement, bounded over to his new best friend. His tail wagged like a metronome set to pure joy. Mrs. Jansen, seeing the two cuties together, reached for her phone. This was a memory in the making. Ethan giggled and reached out to Manny, his chubby little hands grabbing for that irresistibly soft fur. Manny yipped with excitement and started bouncing around, playfully nipping at one of Ethan's toys. Then, in a moment no one saw coming, Ethan got startled by the sudden movement. Without thinking, he swung his tiny hand and smacked Manny right on the nose. The room went dead quiet. Mrs. Jansen froze. Manny backed up, clearly confused, his ears drooping and eyes wide. Mrs. Jansen prepared to intervene, worried the playful vibe had been shattered. But what happened next stunned her. Instead of barking or sulking, Manny slowly walked back toward Ethan. This time, he was calm, gentle. He lowered his head and softly nudged Ethan's hand with his nose. Then, he let out a quiet, apologetic whimper. Not mad, not scared, just kind. Ethan, sensing the shift, giggled again and patted Manny's head. The tension vanished like morning mist. From that moment on, they were inseparable. Day after day, the two grew closer. They explored the house together like tiny adventurers, Ethan crawling or waddling and Manny trotting alongside, never more than a few feet away. Manny became more than a puppy. He was Ethan's protector, his playmate, his shadow. Anytime Ethan cried, Manny was there, nudging his face, licking his cheeks, offering the kind of comfort no pacifier could match. The Jansen family watched with awe as this little dog, barely the size of a loaf of bread, showed more empathy than most adults. Mrs. Jansen started documenting their daily antics, the giggles, the cuddles, the baby babble conversations with a puppy who somehow understood it all. One day, she compiled a video montage of their most heart-melting moments, including the now famous accidental slap. She posted it online, thinking maybe a few friends and relatives would get a smile out of it. Within days, it exploded. The video went viral. Millions watched. The world fell in love with Ethan and Manny. Comments poured in from every corner of the globe. This made my day. I cried happy tears. That puppy is a better person than most people I know. But the story didn't end there. One spring afternoon, the Jansen family was having a backyard picnic. Ethan was playing in the grass, happily babbling to himself, when the unthinkable happened. A large dog from the neighborhood, one known for its aggressive temperament, had gotten loose and was charging toward the toddler. Mrs. Jansen screamed. Mr. Jansen jumped up, heart pounding. But before either of them could move, Manny did. This little Yorkshire Terrier, barely 10 pounds soaking wet, launched himself between Ethan and the incoming dog. He barked with all the fury of a lion defending his cub. The aggressive dog stopped, hesitated, then backed off. By the time Mr. Jansen reached Ethan, the danger had passed. He scooped up his son and held him tight. Manny circled them, tail wagging as if to say, "All good now. I got this." That video went viral too. But it wasn't about cuteness anymore. It was about courage, loyalty, love. Manny wasn't just a pet, he was a hero. The world flooded the Jansens with messages of admiration, support, and praise. People sent gifts for Manny, drawings from kids, and stories of their own pets who had done amazing things. Manny had become more than a viral sensation. He was a symbol of what unconditional love looks like. As the years passed, Ethan and Manny stayed best friends. Manny was there when Ethan took his first steps. When he fell, Manny was beside him. When he learned to ride a bike, Manny ran alongside. Every scraped knee, every tear, every milestone, Manny was there. Ethan, now old enough to understand what happened that day in the yard, often told people that Manny had saved his life. But even more than that, Manny had shaped his heart. He'd shown him how to be gentle, how to be brave, how to love without conditions. And it had all started with a slap. The story of Ethan and Manny isn't just about a baby and a dog. It's about the bonds we build when we least expect it. It's about the quiet power of forgiveness, the everyday moments that grow into something legendary. It's about a little dog who, in the face of conflict, chose compassion. And because of that, he changed a life, maybe even the world, one heartwarming moment at a time.